Remember that Ronald Reagan-style ad that made Trump blow up online? Here's what it was really about: claims versus facts, and why it hit such a nerve. First, the ad. It was called Morning in America, released in May 2020, by the Lincoln Project, a group of Republican strategists opposed to Trump. It riffed on Reagan's famous 1984 Morning in America spot, the optimistic, flag-waving ad that said the country was back and confident. This new one flipped the tone. Same Americana visuals, but with grief, not glow. Claim, there's morning in America. More than 60,000 Americans have died from a virus the president ignored. Fact, by early May 2020, U.S. COVID deaths had surpassed 60,000 and were rising fast. Trump restricted some travel from China in late January, but the federal response struggled with delayed testing, mixed messaging on masks, slow mobilization through February and March. Ignored is a charged word, but the core numbers were real and the delays were documented. Claim, unemployment is at historic highs. Fact, in April 2020, the unemployment rate jumped to 14.7%, the highest monthly rate since post-World War II tracking, comparable only to the worst stretches of the Great Depression. Claim, the economy is the worst in decades. Small businesses are closing. Fact, the economy contracted sharply. Second quarter 2020 GDP fell at an annualized rate of about 31%. Mass closures hit restaurants, retail, services. That part was broadly accurate. Claim, the national debt is soaring. Fact, the debt did rise under Trump before the pandemic, partly due to the 2017 tax cuts. Then COVID relief packages, supported by both parties, pushed it much higher in 2020. The ad points at a real trend, though the drivers were bipartisan during the crisis. Claim, bailouts for Wall Street were not Main Street. Fact, the CARES Act sent big support to financial markets and large firms, but it also funded the Paycheck Protection Program and direct checks to households. Distribution was messy. Some big players got help fast. Many small businesses struggled to access funds. Oversimplified? Yes. Entirely wrong? No. So why did it make Trump so angry? 3 reasons. 1, it hijacked Reagan's most beloved message and used it against a Republican president, symbolically powerful with older GOP voters. 2, it attacked perceived strengths, economy, brand of competence. At the exact moment those metrics were collapsing. 3, it came from Republicans, not Democrats, which challenged party loyalty and invited the media to cover the intra-GOP drama. Did the ad flip tons of votes? Hard to measure, but it did set a narrative, a country in crisis, contrasted with Reagan-era optimism, packaged to dominate talk shows and timelines. And that's the point. The ad wasn't just persuasion, it was agenda setting. Use a legendary frame, anchor it to verifiable pain points, and force your opponent to respond on your terms. That's why it mattered. For more claims versus facts breakdowns, subscribe.